it's insane because I actually forgot that you were writing bits for us until you just reminded me. That's how long it's been.
Yeah.
But now I remember, yeah, they're like, yeah, Rob's a funny guy. He could do red carpet moments for us. And then, so you were coming into the office, you were doing
Yeah.
like Oscars, Emmys, whatever, like the big award shows. But the whole time you wanted to act, right? That was the goal.
Right. Here's what's funny is, first of all, we lied and said that I had been like a producer at ET. Never happened. And then we did the like the laziest Hollywood move where I I didn't need glasses at the time, but I wore glasses as if like that would throw people off the trail that I was just a total imposter. And this is how long ago it was. I remember one of the bits I wrote for you was about how far away from the actual event you had been placed. Like that Juliana was on the red carpet and you were like, I have a great view of everything from the...
I was at Ripley's, believe it or not, like 500 yards away from her.
Yes, yes. So, I mean, now look at you. Now you're like front and center with all of the A-listers. But back then, that's how long ago it was. It was like that. The bit was how far you were from the actual event.
Wait, so is this the moral of the story? If people are looking for, you know, a promotion, wear glasses, and then you're going to start booking roles?
Yeah, 100%. Either figure out how to do an Australian or British accent, because they seem to be getting all the work, or wear glasses. In my case, I'm terrible at accents. I went glasses. But like, I remember, so you and I, people don't know this, we were roommates for years and years, like multiple different houses. But before that, I remember sleeping on your couch and saying, I can't wait for the day. Because by this point, you were already on E! and successful. I remember saying, like, I can't wait for the day I make it and we get to do an interview together. Like, I wasn't living in LA. Like, I had that thought this morning. I was like, oh my gosh, I've been acting for like 13 or 14 years. So I've known Jay for at least 13 or 14 years, which is crazy considering we're 28.
Bro, I'm 27. Why would you say that?
I forgot I'm the elder.
Yeah, you're
I'm
always
the
a little
elder.
older than me. So Rob's gone on to do like a bunch of things. So it's your audience and our audience on In the Room kind of combining. So if you guys aren't familiar with Rob, I mean, One Tree Hill, most recently finished iZombie. Maybe you know him from Lipstick Jungle. Maybe you know him from Lifetime movies, Hallmark movies, you name it. Like, there's been a lot of stuff that you've done, and you've always stayed working, which is not easy to do here in Hollywood. And I will say this, and I don't just say this, but I swear to God, you are one of the funniest guys I've ever met. No, whatever, however you want to label it. Constantly just fun. You get me, dude. You just get me. Everything you say, it just gets me. It just makes me laugh so hard.
Thanks, man. I would say definitely silliness was the theme, and like for all of our time living together, like laughter was a big thing, man. We laughed a lot. Yeah, and it's the same thing. I have like a few select friends that when I'm around, it's like catnip. Like, it just drives up the immaturity, the juvenile, silly part of my brain is like, oh, he's here? Let's go.
Yes.
And you're one of them. Like, as soon as I see Jason, I'm like, watch me act like I'm 9. Let's do this. Hold my juice box.
Immediately when I said One Tree Hill and listed some of the shows that you've been on, people start freaking out. They're like, we want reunions, tell us stories. I know you have individual stories about every one of those working experiences, but what comes to mind when you think about your time at One Tree Hill, your time at Lipstick Jungle, your time at iZombie? I mean, are there little moments that you can kind of share briefly with us?
Oh man, I mean, so many. I remember one of my standout memories on One Tree Hill was there's a scene in the hospital and several of us are like waiting. I forget who's in surgery or what's happening, but it's like myself, Sophia, Chantel, and Jackson, I think. And we actually, they wrote in that we would do that cracker challenge, the saltine challenge.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you know
me.
me.
You could put in your mouth?
6. You got to eat 6 in a minute with no help from beverages. And you know me, I love food and I love a challenge. So I was like, unlike the typical actor thing, which is like, I'm not really going to eat in the scene because we have to shoot the scene like 30 times.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm 100% doing this with all of my effort every take. And that challenge is for real, Jay. It's really hard to do. Like,
you have to drink water.
What's exact. It just dries up your mouth. So by like cracker 4 or 5, you're just chewing paste. And I never once did it. So that was one of the funniest memories, because that was like, it was hilarious and we couldn't do it.